offensive language. This is going to be a hard one, but offensive language, we have to omit it. We have to stricken this from our vocabulary. You know, a large portion of our music is riddled with obscene language. You know, we call our women out their names, and that's just a part of the culture. But that's not who we are. That's not who we are. Therefore, we must replace these broken words with words that, you know, carry meaning and purpose. You know, profanity is the language of ignorance. Profanity is the language of ignorance. We're not dumb, but we're intelligent, so we must use words that speak to our intelligence. We need to change our vocabulary. So we're going to change our vocabulary. So we're going to move on to our family values. This right here is a very big important. This is a very important issue right here. Our family values. This is something that has been totally, I don't want to say totally, but almost completely wiped out in the black community. You see more single household families than you do households that have a mother and a father. You know, and these are conditions that have been, you know, passed down through generation. These behaviors or have their roots somewhere else. They have their roots. Their roots or with our slave ancestors that were brought to this country, and you know, our men were torn down. They were stripped of their warrior status, their manhood, and reduced to the status of a boy. That's why the white man calls you boy, not man. You're a boy because he is the man. Who do we call? We call the cops. You know, back in the 70s, who do we call the cops? The man, the man. But you're a boy. That's the man. You know, play on words. Boy, man. Your house is your crib. You're a baby. The baby sleeps in a crib. You know, you call your woman your mama, which puts you at a lower standard than her because you're a child. Your mother is higher on the totem pole than you are. So the black man has actually come to the point where we place ourselves at the very bottom of everything. Everyone, if you look at everyone on a different, you know, social ladder or standard than we do ourselves, because that's that self-degradation, that positive mental image of ourselves as strong black men that we don't have. For family values, we need to learn how to take care of our children, you know, and I'm not saying that you have to be married to your mate that you have a child by, but you need to support your children. And not just support them with money, not financially, because you could be a man all day long, have as many kids you want to, and support them financially. But what do finances mean in actually rearing a child? You ask all these single mothers out here who raise their kids together, what is that extra $200 a month? Yeah, it pays some bills, but where's all the real work being done by her, the parent? Okay, so we need to start raising our own kids. We need to raise our kids and teach our boys, our sons, how to be men. We can't leave that responsibility to our women anymore. That's something we need to do. But first, we need to learn how to become men before we can teach our sons how to become men. Moral character. Morals. We must understand and realize that we men and warriors, you know, of our families, are still subjected to the will of a being that's higher or more supreme than we are. We must realize that, you know, there is a higher being. We didn't just, you know, appear out of nowhere. There is something greater than oneself, than ourselves. And, you know, it actually takes a lot for a man to look at something or someone on a higher level than they are. To actually, I don't want to say bow down, but yeah, for a man to bow to someone or something else, you know, in a sense of what's the word I want to say? Subservient, you know, subservient. You know, we gotta look at, we gotta have faith in whatever whatever spirituality that you believe in. You know, you gotta make that paramount in a part of your, you know, your everyday struggle. You're out here on the grind. You know what I'm saying? The things are already hard enough for, you know, blacks in this country, but we still need to look to God for the answers. You know, so we got to keep that moral character in place. Loyalty. Loyalty is key. We've failed at this the most in our society, I think. We got to make that bond between us and our wives or our significant others stronger than what it is. You know, we need to start being more loyal to our women. We need to stop going outside of our homes looking for what we already got at home. You know what I'm saying? It seems that, you know, by doing this, you know, we disrespect our women, but we tear down the walls of commitment that, you know, we've already made to our significant others. We place ourselves in a mindset where we're constantly searching for something better than what we actually have, or we're always searching for something better than what we have, looking for that perfection, but there is no such thing as perfection. You know, we tend to look at perfection through the aesthetic eye, rather than the wise heart. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta bring the loyalty back to the picture. You know, so we gotta work on that also. Reflection. This is something I kind of got away from, but I'm trying to incorporate it back into my daily activity. At the end of each day, we need to reflect on the things that we've done and the things that we've not done. You know, during that 24-hour period. The only way that we can get a clear, concise plan of action, you know, whether it be with work, school, family, life, etc., is through reflection. You know, you gotta be honest with yourself and look at the things that you've done throughout your day or throughout your activities, and see what's positive, what's negative, what needs to stay, what needs to go. We need to take that time, 30 minutes away from everything, everybody, quiet place if you can find it, and just reflect. Working on self, looking in instead of always looking on the out. We got to look back into ourselves. Next, we got time management. You know, we already know about time management. Time management is definitely a priority. Before you know it, you know, our years have slipped away, and what do we have to show for it? Nothing. You know, we got to divide our time wisely. You know, divide our time between our work schedules, our family, you know, our personal time. We need to divide these things up equally, so that, you know, you're not spending too much time here, less time there. You know, we need to have a good median ground, to whereas we can do all we need to do in the day and still be fulfilled, and our families still feel fulfilled, that, you know, we're getting done what we need to get done, and everyone's still happy. You got to take that time out for your spouse, your significant other, just to have that time, that you and her alone time. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, I understand it can be hard to do that, but we got to find that time to put it in there. We got to make that time, men, to spend time with our kids, our children. You know, teach them. You know, don't rely on our school systems to teach your children everything. You know, when they come home, take the time to sit there and do the homework with them. You know, teach them, talk to them, talk about what's going on in the world, what's going on in their lives, see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Put something in their head that they can take through their life, through their journey. You know, their journey in this life. You know, we gotta plant those seeds in our young ones. They're our future. So we gotta work this time management thing out, so that we have time for ourselves, for our significant others, and our children, and our, you know, our work and our other daily activities. So time management is definitely a paramount thing we gotta look at.